All right, so there has been these recent restriction sprees happening on Facebook, restrictions, ad accounts, bans, business managers, and profiles being restricted from advertising. But today I want to talk about page restrictions and some of the things that I've come to understand that are responsible for some of these restrictions. All right. Um, I started experimenting with a whole lot of things to really understand what's going on and what's the cost of all of this, right? And here are some of the things that I have come to understand in terms of having your pages restricted. So one of them is suspicious activities. All right, so this could be in the form of you just opened a new Facebook page, and then the next thing you're doing is you're running conversion uh, ads, right? That can really trigger the algorithm, and they flag the page for suspicious activities. Okay, so in such cases, what is going to happen is they are going to try and say, okay, you need to identify your if you're human, right? If you're the owner of the account, all right. Uh, but yeah, when you just open a new Facebook page, right, you need to go slow on the page. Don't be in a hurry to run conversion ads. Even though you're going to do it, don't start with large budgets. Okay, the algorithm can really flag, especially when you're just starting an account and you just start with large budgets. They flag the account because to them it's like, okay, you just started advertising and you're spending this much, so it's suspicious, like it's kind of fraudulent. Maybe you got the account wrongly and you just want to spend as much as possible, right? So there has to be some kind of track record with the account before you can start scaling that much, okay, in terms of your budgets. All right, so when you just get to your pages, what you need to do is go gradually. Start with page likes, even though you're doing conversions. Like I said, start with small budgets. Right now, the other thing that I've seen is having restricted profiles as admins. Okay, it doesn't matter, either admins or moderators. So if you have profiles that are attached to the Facebook page and they've had a lot of strikes in the past, that could affect the page itself in terms of quality score and all that. So it's important that you know the kind of people who you are attached to your pages. All right. The other one is reports from Facebook users. All right. So if you're running your ad and people are complaining about the ads and they are reporting it, that's end up affecting the quality score of the page. And the lower your quality score, the less Facebook rates that page, and they tend to restrict it from advertising, right? So you want to also take that into consideration for most people who run conversion ads, purchase ads. Facebook will always kind of take they will ask the people who've purchased in the past to rate your page. All right, did they receive what they purchased? How did they feel about the purchase and all that? Like it's so these interactions from the people who've communicated or interacted with your page, the feedback that they give Facebook can also affect the score of your page. And of course, when you tend to have your low quality score for a period of time, that will affect your page and it will be restricted from advertising. Then the other one is straight up violation of policies. Okay, most persons, they don't really understand the policy. So if you violate policies, of course your page is going to be restricted, right? So it's important that you take the policies seriously. If you've not gone through the policies in a long time, I will advise that you go through them to really understand what they are and how you can prevent yourself from having all of these strikes that you get. Okay, now the other one here is related to no activity on your page. Okay, so if you're using a page and you are really doing nothing on the page, like it doesn't appear real, right? It doesn't look like, because Facebook is a place whereby they expect you to put out content and interact with the users of the platform. So if you're just using your page and nothing is going on, and even if you're using the page and most of the content you have are linking outside of Facebook, that would also trigger, because Facebook wants to retain its users as much as possible. So yeah, you want to try as much as you can to have content on Facebook, and even though you're going to be sending people out of Facebook, you want to have more content that retain users on Facebook than content that send people out of Facebook, right? Yeah, so that is another point that you want to take note of. Is a very important point. Now, the last one that I have here is just outright madness from the algorithm. Yeah, the algorithm can just be crazy for not just reason, and it happens. Okay, probably there are updates happening on Facebook, something is just going on, and there's this whole spree and things just get out of hand, and they just start restricting pages, restricting accounts and all that, right? So yeah, the algorithm can go berserk sometimes. All right, so, and that's why when you receive these restrictions and you're certain that you've done nothing wrong, you should request for a page review, right? You should do that if you're certain that you've really done nothing wrong. You should request for a review. So that's it, guys. These are 5 points that I have that I think I know that if you should take them seriously and you are able to get these things right, you should limit or mitigate these restrictions that happened on Facebook. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things I've discovered in terms of the blind spot method. For those of you who know about the blind spot method, so I'm going to be I've learned a few things since we had that training, and in terms of recovering of your accounts, right? And I'm going to be sharing that in my next video in this series. Okay, so don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you find something of value in this video, and of course you want to be the first person to receive my next update. Make sure that you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell. So until next time, have a great time. Bye.